this is Steve in the repair department. Today we're going to be looking at the FX Wildcat. We're going to be going over removing the barrel of this rifle. The first thing that we need to do when we're going to remove the barrel is we'll need to take the stock off. This is a fairly simple procedure. It's removing the two screws, one in front of the trigger guard, another at the rear. Once these are removed, we can go ahead and lift the stock off the action and lay it aside. A 3mm Allen wrench will be the tool of choice. We'll go ahead and loosen up the 4 Allen screws that are here. These are basically the Allen screws that hold the cylinder. And at this point, we will turn the rifle upright. We will loosen up your cheek pieces. You really don't need to mess with the back one, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll just remove the one cheek piece that is going to get me to the Allen screw that holds the barrel in place. So we'll go ahead and with the 3mm wrench, we will loosen up the Allen screw. We'll pull the cheek piece, cheek rest off, lay it aside. Now at this point, we are going to take the Allen screw, which is right there. It's the only one that is actually on this block right here, as you can see. And we'll go ahead and we'll loosen that Allen screw. Again, this is a 3mm wrench. That Allen screw, all we do is we'll loosen up. I'm going to go ahead and take the Allen screw all the way out. I'll need it out whenever I put the barrel back in. So it is out, and at this point we can go ahead and slide the barrel out of the block system. So I'll twist and I'll pull, and slowly but surely the barrel slides out. We can then lay this aside, the action, the trigger unit, and we'll be looking at the barrel. While we have the barrel out, I was going to go ahead and show you how to replace the barrel seal. That's the internal seal that is inside the barrel. It's very simple to do, and this is something that you'll probably want to do off and on whenever you get a chance, depending on how many shots you take. But something that if it starts leaking, you can lose velocity. It can actually seep and cause a louder noise that you might be hearing whenever you're shooting your gun. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a tool that has a sharp point, and inside this barrel here, there's a little O-ring. This is a 25 caliber rifle, so this will be a 25 caliber O-ring. Sometimes it's hard to get that O-ring out, but in this case, got it, there we go. The O-ring is now out. There's 2 O-rings on the barrel as well that are here, and it holds the barrel in place. You can look at those. If they're not damaged, then you really don't need to worry about replacing those 2 O-rings. In this case, they look good. So we'll go ahead and install the new O-ring. I try to squeeze the O-ring, and then what I'm going to do is the O-ring will then come up, and it makes it a lot easier to install the O-ring and put it in the groove. And so we'll go ahead and slide that O-ring right in that groove. Okay, it's in there. I'll push the O-ring the rest of the way in. I need to get a tool and go ahead and seat the O-ring in the groove. Okay, I think that I got it. Looks good. So we'll take this barrel now and we will just reverse the process. So we will go ahead and put the barrel back in place. It's very easy to do. There's a little mark right there where you can see there's a place where FX has actually peened the little brass piece, and there's a little mark on that brass piece. And then the Allen screw was basically, you can see a circle around that small mark. And that's where we want to actually put the grub screw. Make sure that that mark that the FX has already put there for you is lined up in the center of that hole. and pushed forward just a little bit so the magazine will actually rotate properly. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll push this barrel in place right here. Make sure that it goes in, it locks in, and there we go. Now it's in. It's actually gone too far. Now it's against the magazine. I need to actually bring it out. Now you can see the hole is aligned, and we are ready to put the grub screw back in to lock down this barrel. And once you know you've got it in the right location, which you'll see, all you need to do is put the grub screw back in place. So we'll tighten that up. I'm not going over, but I want to make sure that that it's tight. So I don't want to, of course, do it where it's going to strip out or damage the brass piece. So it's fine just to give it a little torque there, and you should be in good shape. Now, again, we want to make sure that our trigger unit is lined up right. This bracket right here, which is part of the trigger, it connects as far as to the 11 millimeter rail. That whole bracket will move up and back. Whenever that moves up and back, that trigger right there, the blade itself, it will move forward and back. We want to make sure that whenever we go to tighten this bracket, that is in the right location, which would be right there. So because I know it's in the right location, we'll go ahead and take our 3 millimeter wrench. We'll go ahead and tighten the screws here. And again, I'm using force, but little force. I don't want to over tighten these screws, but I want to make sure that they are tight. Give this a shot, make sure that it cocks. Okay, it cocks. Okay. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and see if the magazine slides into, again, very easy. It slides in, but it's not as easy as I like. So what we need to do is pull the magazine out, and we need to adjust the barrel again, just to make sure that that magazine slides in easy and it rotates. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that grub screw and check that. It looks like it's in the right location. I'm gonna move that barrel forward just a touch, just to give me that room that we're looking for. That way the magazine will be able to rotate properly. And we'll go ahead and put that back in, that grub screw back in, tighten it up, it's tight. And let's go ahead and check this arm out again. Let's see, looks like that should work. Let's go ahead and tighten that back up. And let's go ahead and cock the gun, slide the magazine in. There we go. Now the magazine is working properly. I know that the magazine is rotating and it's aligned. And now we're ready to go ahead and install the cheek piece back on and put the stock back on. Take our cheek piece, go ahead and find the hole that the screws into, tighten that up, and we'll go ahead and slide the stock back on using our 3 millimeter wrench. We'll tighten up the front, leave it a little loose. This ball wrench makes it a lot easier for me to tighten that back screw. So we'll go ahead and tighten that back screw, tighten the front, and we are good to go. Thank you for joining me on removing the barrel on this Wildcat air rifle. If you would like, you can go online and you can take a look at other videos that we've created for your assistance. Thank you for watching and have a good day.